Bonjour Year 9, welcome to Lesson 2 of the second spring half term. And you're talking about your holidays again today with Monsieur Bolis. I hope you enjoy and it gives you some inspiration for the summer. Here's a list of the equipment you need for today's lesson. You need your French exercise book, a pen and a ruler, your sentence builder which is on class charts. And it would be fantastic if you could print this off and stick it in your book as well. And your knowledge organiser, which is on class charts, which you should have from lesson 1 and may have stuck in your book already. Pause to get all of this ready now and press play when you're ready to continue. Thank you for uploading your work onto class charts from lesson 1. Please do remember to upload evidence of all of your work onto class charts, both that in your book and that on Quizlets or other activities as well. And do make sure that you follow the indicated time for completion on each of the different activities. If you do have any questions, please email me, and here's my email address. Merci beaucoup. Let us begin as always, Year 9, with writing the date in French and underlining it neatly in your book at the right-hand side, the top right-hand side of the page where you're starting your work for today. Then on the next line down, in the centre of the page, write down your title in French and in English. Je fais du VTT, I do mountain biking. And again, underline that neatly in your book. Then on the third line, starting right next to the margin, write down l'objectif, the objective. And today's objective is to write about activities you do on holiday. Pause to do that now. Press play when you're ready to go on to the next activity. So your do now activity is the first one that you do, and this will only take 5 minutes. I would like you to translate the following sentences into French. So don't copy the English, just write the French for me, please. Pause to do that now, and press play when you're ready to get the answers. Let's check your answers now. So, 1. Every year I spend my holiday in Portugal is tous les ans, je passe mes vacances au Portugal. So make sure for tous les ans you have an S at the end of each word. That's a common mistake, not to have S's on all of them, but they're all plural, so make sure they all have an S, please. 2. Usually I go on holiday with my family. Is d'habitude je vais en vacances avec ma famille. Make sure that famille is spelled correctly. It's a double L. 3. Each summer I go to Spain and I spend a fortnight there. Chaque été, je pars en Espagne et j'y passe 15 jours. So remember to translate there as the E, and it's j'y passe is the formation of that verb. Okay, and then 4. Each winter I go on a winter sports holiday with my friends. Chaque hiver, je pars en classe de neige avec mes amis. Okay, make sure everything's correct. Pause to do that now. Press play when you're ready to go on to activity 1 with Monsieur Bolis. I hope you have a wonderful lesson and I look forward to catching up with you soon. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.
So you now have in front of you the vocabulary we'll be looking at in today's lesson. Now the second section of that sentence builder is what should look quite familiar because it's only giving reasons, so using words that we have seen in the past. So the ones I'm circling now, we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. What's really important is that middle section, because the first column should look familiar. That's what we did last lesson. These are your sentence starter, so your time phrases as well. In the middle, you've got different type of activities. So now is the time to say some words in French. It is extremely important that you keep practicing your speaking skill, even if you phone home. So if you've got people around you, just warn them that you're going to speak some French out loud for some time and that it's okay. So just repeat after me. Je fais du canoë-kayak. Je fais du VTT. Je fais du ski nautique. Je fais du snowboard. Je fais de la plongée sous-marine. Je fais de la voile. Je fais de la planche à voile. Je fais de l'équitation. Je fais de l'escalade. Je fais des randonnées. Je fais un stage de voile. Je fais un stage de snowboard. Excellent. Now you would have noticed that they all start with je fais, which literally means I do, but sometimes in English you use I go. So, I go mountain biking or I go hiking or phrases like that. The last two, it's about doing a course. So it can be a course of anything. Have a think. How would you say a course of windsurfing? Très bien. Un stage de planche à voile. And so on and so forth. The bottom section, don't start with je fais, but we're still seeing more activities. Répétez s'il vous plaît. Je vais à la pêche. Je prends des cours de ski. Je prends des cours d'équitation. Je ne fais pas grand-chose. Excellent. Well done for saying all those words out loud. It's going to be really important so that you can practice your pronunciation. So like I said, at the end, you've got reasons why. J'adore ça, j'aime beaucoup ça, je n'aime pas ça, je déteste ça, c'est super, c'est génial, c'est intéressant, or, je trouve ça sans sas, je trouve ça extra, ce n'est pas affreux, ce n'est pas nul, ce n'est pas ennuyeux. You can combine them, ce n'est pas super, je trouve ça affreux, c'est ennuyeux. For our first activity, I want you to spot the intruder. So I'm going to read you a sentence and I'm going to put an English word there in the middle. If you have stuck your knowledge organizer in your exercise book, you can take a highlighter and highlight the word I say in English. If not, can you please write down the word in French that I should have said? Numéro 1. Tous les years, je fais de la planche à voile et j'aime ça. D'habitude, je fais sailing parce que c'est sans sas. Trois. Chaque été, je fais un course de voile car j'aime beaucoup ça. 4. Normalement, je vais fishing, mais je trouve ça ennuyeux. 5. D'habitude, je fais de la plongée sous-marine as j'adore ça. Chaque hiver, je fais des randonnées, mais je déteste it. 7. Normalement, je prends des cours de ski parce que c'est interesting. 8. Tous les ans, je fais de l'escalade car c'est terrific. 9. Chaque été, je fais du ski nautique car je find ça extra. So you can now see the 9 words or phrases that I said in English and you should have written in French in your exercise book or highlighted on your sentence builder. Have a look at number 2 and number 4. This time it was more than one word there because in French sailing is de la voile, fishing à la pêche. Always remember that. Pause it, take correction, and then press play again when you're ready for your next activity. So what I want you to do now, we're going to do a listening bingo. So I want you to write 5 items of your choice from the grid. So for example, if you take the first box, you could write tous les ans or chaque hiver. Second box, you can decide to write je ne fais pas grand chose or je fais des randonnées. Yeah, don't just write je fais. Third box, pick a connective. And the last section, j'aime ça, for example, or je déteste ça, or c'est super, c'est extra, je trouve ça intéressant. So try to have a variety of elements, of items in your exercise book, but no more than 5. What I will do next is that I will read you 5 sentences. Will one of you have found, well, have had all the 5 items that you picked read by me? So that is a bit of a challenge. So what I want you to do now, I want you to press pause and then press play when you're ready to listen to the 5 sentences and tick them off. So I will now read you the 5 sentences. Every time I mention an item that you've written in your exercise book, just tick it. Numéro 1. Tous les ans, je fais de la plongée sous-marine. Je fais de la plongée sous-marine car j'adore ça. Car j'adore ça. So there were 4 elements there. How many did you tick? If it was none, don't worry. Nice sentence too. Chaque été, je fais un stage de voile. Je fais un stage de voile. Et je trouve ça sans sas. Et je trouve ça sans sas. Has any one of you already had a bingo? 3. Chaque hiver, je prends des cours de ski. Je prends des cours de ski. Mais c'est nul. Mais c'est nul. Normalement, je fais des randonnées. Je fais des randonnées. Car ce n'est pas ennuyeux. Car ce n'est pas ennuyeux. 5. D'habitude, je ne fais pas grand-chose. Je ne fais pas grand-chose. parce que, j'aime ça, j'aime ça. Well done! Here are the 5 sentences I've just read to you. If you want to check whether you missed a word and you had a bingo or not. For the next activity, now is the time for you to write full sentences in your exercise book. So just write the sentences as I say them and you write them all in French. Numéro 1. Tous les ans, je fais de la plongée sous-marine. Je fais de la plongée sous-marine. Car j'adore ça. Car j'adore ça. 2. Chaque été, je fais un stage de voile. Je fais un stage de voile. Et je trouve ça sans sas. Et je trouve ça sans sas. 3. Chaque hiver, je prends des cours de ski. Je prends des cours de ski. Mais c'est nul. Mais c'est nul. 4. Normalement, je fais des randonnées. Je fais des randonnées. Car ce n'est pas ennuyeux. Car ce n'est pas ennuyeux. 5. D'habitude, je ne fais pas grand-chose. Je ne fais pas grand-chose. Parce que j'aime ça. Parce que j'aime ça. Let's have a look at the correction. Please take the time to check every single word. Make sure that you've got all the accents where they should be, all the apostrophes where they should be, and have a look at the number 1. Word like sous-marine, make sure that you've got the hyphen in between. and then translate the sentences into English. So press pause and then press play when you're ready to do some Quizlet activities. Now is the time to spend 15 minutes on Quizlet. Follow the link on class charts, complete the activities, learn and write, and finally complete the test activity and send a screenshot of your score to me or your teacher. Press pause and then press play again when you're ready to continue. Let's do a bit of writing practice now. I want you to write 5 sentences of your choice and translate them into English. Now it would be brilliant if some of you want to challenge themselves that you don't look so much at the sentence builder and try to create them from what you've learned on Quizlet and previously in the lesson. Of course, the rest of you can also use the sentence builder as a support to do that. So press pause, write down your 5 sentences and then translate them into English. For your final activity, I'm going to show you 5 sentences in French. Can you translate them into English? Now is the time to move away from the sentence builder. Can you do it without any prompt? Of course, if you're stuck, you can use your sentence builder. Here are your 5 sentences. Press pause and then press play when you want to see the correction. Please write down the French and the English in your exercise book. Here is the correction to your work. These are the 5 sentences you should have translated. Take the time to double check. Did you get it all right? Did you get 5 out of 5? Write down your score, put a smiley face next to it.
Fantastic work today, Year 9. Please do remember to upload photos of all your work in your exercise book from today's lesson, plus also your score from the Quizlet activity as well. I look forward to seeing it on class charts. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.